Angela Fazio is an industry powerhouse who has overseen 40,000 homes sold and $9 billion in production. And Kristen Cantrell is one of the nation's most accomplished team leaders, helping thousands of agents build their businesses. They are passionate about educating, encouraging, and empowering moms in real estate. Our next episode starts now.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Moms in Real Estate. I am your host, Kristen Cantrell, and today I get the pleasure of sitting here with my friend, Cassie Michieli, and we are going to be talking about seasons and having FOMO in real estate. So go ahead, Cassie, get us started. Tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hello, everyone. I'm excited to be here. So I have 5 kids. I have a 1-year-old, a 4-year-old, a 10-year-old, a 12-year-old, and a 13-year-old.
That's a lot of kids.
It's a lot. And I also have my 18-year-old nephew that lives with us. Can't forget about him. So we have a very, very full household, me and my husband.
How long have you been doing real estate?
I've been in real estate for 4 years exactly now. Literally, like yesterday was my 4-year mark.
That's so crazy. So you guys, something really cool is I actually met her when she first got into real estate.
Yes.
And it's so cool to have watched you grown in real estate and just kind of see where you are now. And I think something that, you know, me and you have talked very candidly about is seasons and like comparing ourselves to other people. And so tell us like kind of about, tell us how that's been for you. And how you've kind of overcome like feeling that sense of FOMO and like accepting like seasons that you're in throughout your business.
Yeah, it's been crazy. It's been really exciting, but at the same time, very, very crazy. Because when, 4 years ago, I had just had our 4th kid, and, it just seemed a little easier then to kind of like go at it. My first year was very, very successful. And because the kids were the older 3 were a little bit older, and then they just had the 1 at home. And so it was easy to kind of be gung-ho at that time. And then, you add another child to the mix, which I love. My favorite thing is being a mom. First and foremost, that is my favorite thing. But, you kind of see, where you were at one point of your real estate career, and then you have to take a step back to have the babies. And as much as you love them, you see people out there like just really going at it. You got your 30 under 30s, your 40 under 40s, and you see that and you're like, man, I want that. But at the same time, I get to be, at home and still work and see my kids, grow and be a part of their first steps and all that kind of stuff. And so I always have to take a step back and say, okay, well, this is what I wanted. This is what is most important to me, is being a mom first. But I still have that successful real estate career. So it's just sitting there and being, telling yourself, this is good. You have the best of both worlds right now.
Yes, I think that's so important. I think we can literally go and watch other real estate agents on Instagram and Facebook or whatever it is and be like, just that sense of like you're saying, like, I really want that. But I think it's so wise to sit back and to be like, okay, look at what I have. Like, holy crap, I'm blessed, right? And just to be grateful. And it's almost like, last night we were talking about gratitude and how good it makes you feel when you sit back and just like realize how much you have to be grateful for. So I think that's like awesome that you're doing that.
Yeah. So much to be grateful for, and super blessed. So, and that's my season. I've got babies and I've also got teens. So it's a crazy season, but I love it.
And sports all the time, right?
So many sports all the time. Each kid is in something, minus the 1-year-old, and it's a fun time with everyone right now.
Yes, absolutely. How much laundry do you have? I know we talked about this, but gosh, you guys, laundry is a real thing.
I think laundry is a thing for all moms. It is impossible. And then you add 6 kids to the mix that are at my house, and it is like bucketfuls, and I swear that's all I do.
Oh my gosh, it's so much. And we were talking on the phone, and we said there has been a lot of moms in real estate that have given us the advice of having somebody else do your laundry. So Gosh, what a hard thing to let go of. I mean, you hate it, but it's just weird having someone else do your laundry. But
Exactly.
I think when you have as many kids as you do, and especially as many kids as you do in sports, it's a must. So I can't wait till you do that.
Yes, that was very, very good advice. Like, I am excited to look for, somebody, like, even like, a college kid or a high school kid that want to earn some money. Like, I think that's a great idea. So I'm actively looking.
So if there's anyone in Arizona that's looking for their teenager to get some more money, that knows how to do laundry, not one that would put a red sock with a bunch of white clothes.
Yes.
We need like a really anal person.
Yes, that would be a lifesaver right now.
Yes. Okay, so tell us, 4 years in real estate, what has been like your biggest trials?
Biggest trials. I mean, customer service has always been something that is super, super important. Well, in any industry, but let alone, if you're going to get referrals, you have to have great customer service. And sometimes, there's just people that you don't, maybe mesh well with. And knowing my season, which is having kids, a lot of them at home, having that balance of having clients that have been really, really awesome. I've been very, very fortunate. But there's been a couple times where, some clients just don't understand what season I'm in, and just knowing what's important. If there's somebody out there that's just making life a little bit more difficult and it brings me home in a funky mood, that has been a really big trial, trying to keep them separate. And getting all the way to close.
How do you set boundaries for yourself and your business in that type of situation?
Yes. Boundaries are super important, and that's something that I still struggle with, actually. I'm going to be very candid on that. I want to be there for everybody at all times, but it's exhausting. And so it is important, and it's something that I get reminded of often. And so if I am at, a kid's game, if it's past a certain time at night, it's those people will get a call back the next day or when the game is over, right? Because it is so important to my family and my kids and myself that family is first. And those clients, they'll respect you, and I have to realize that. They will respect that, and you just have to set them first and foremost.
Yes. Yeah, setting those expectations is huge. Yeah. So tell us a little bit about what has been kind of your like victory moments in real estate, being a mom. What would you say would be like the most rewarding thing about all of this?
So a couple things come to mind. Last year, during when the COVID all started and things got shut down and stuff, was actually the year that I earned my Best of Zillow badge. So that is actually something that's earned when you get a high score through customer ratings and all your phone calls and all that stuff. You get rated, and so that was really, really awesome because you work hard. You're juggling so many different things. You're wearing so many hats: mom, real estate agent. Then you're at home, so now you're a teacher. Everybody was home last year. It was crazy, but to be able to feel like I kind of, I'm going to say conquered, but there's air quotes around that. To be able to do all of it and still, came out with not a ton of gray hair. It was a good feeling to be able to do both.
Yeah,
so,
that's super rewarding.
Yeah. So
tell us a little bit about like what's kind of your bread and butter for your business. Is it Zillow?
It's actually not. I did earn that last year. Just it's because people were kind of sheltering last year, so I did answer a lot of Zillow calls. But to be perfectly honest, open houses and referrals.
Nice.
And I'm able to keep a steady business while still being able to balance my home life. Because again, that is first for me. I'm able to keep a steady business with open houses and referrals. So that would be, if I would recommend to anybody, sit at an open house, find a good one. I know it's hard with our market being very low on inventory right now, but just sitting those have been the best source of business for me and the most natural.
Would you give somebody that's just getting into open houses, like what would you say, like, gosh, this really works for me when I'm doing them?
honestly, I know that they teach, making sure you have them sign in and you get their numbers, but forming those conversations with them and it becoming just a natural conversation, that's kind of been the best way for me.
Natural conversations,
yes,
yeah.
Just getting to know them while they're there, and that is what has been, honestly, it just works. If somebody doesn't really want to talk there, yes, I'll follow up with them, but those don't really come of much. Rarely do they. When I have a conversation with somebody at the open house and it lasts longer than a couple minutes, that's when it turns into a relationship and keeps going past that open house, and then eventually forms into, a sale. And honestly, I would say I become friends with a lot of my clients.
Oh, totally.
Yeah.
Yes. You know what's always so crazy to me is I've gone through open houses before where an agent just doesn't even pay attention to me, and I'm like, what are you even doing here?
Yes. Yes. I don't know how you would get business that way.
I don't know. So when you say referrals also, so you've got a busy life. So are you intentional when you're out with your kids and your sports? I know we've talked about this. So tell us kind of about if you are so busy with a lot of kids, how can you be intentional with making sure that everyone that you're around knows that you're a real estate agent? That's
good. Yes. I do try to be either, team mom, so I can be sending the emails out and they'll see my signature, that I'm in real estate. Never being forceful about it, just because that could get annoying and then people start avoiding me. But, at least they'll see that signature on every email that goes out, or yes, in conversations. Since they see that, when we finally meet up at games or practices, they're like, so I saw you in real estate, this market right now is crazy, huh? And then it just leads to those natural conversations again. Being room mom has helped in the past. Sponsoring, Pop Warner or whatever it might be, is all about, yes, putting it out there, but in a more natural way rather than forceful. I cannot remember which mom in real estate was on here. It was a long time ago. It had to have been 3 or 4 years ago, but they were brand new in real estate, and they're like, okay, I had so many kids, and I always had to be at some kind of school event, sporting event. And so she said, I just faked it till I made it. Yes. And so she would show up late to things, but dressed all in her business outfit. And she'd be like, oh my gosh, I'm so late. I just came from a listing appointment. Just so everyone knew she was out in the real estate world. And she is very successful real estate agent now, but it just cracked me up because I'm like, sometimes you have to figure out, how am I going to get this out to people? And her way was telling everyone oh my gosh, I'm so late because of real estate, That is awesome.
I know.
I love that.
I know. I thought that was such a funny story.
Oh, dear. That's so funny.
So tell us a little bit about, I know you've been a solo agent. I know you've been on a team. So kind of tell us a little bit about, what is your advice if somebody does have all these moving parts in their business? Do you suggest being a solo agent? Do you suggest being on a team, or just finding people to surround yourself with? What's your advice on that?
So, because there's so much going on, I love the fact that I was able to find a like-minded team. I do love being on a team. I know there's people that like to be, solo agents, and that is great. But for me, in the season I am in right now, I have other teammates that are they're moms. And also, we have a dad in the group too, not to leave him out. And they all get it. And it's easy to be like, oh my gosh, I've got games all day. Can somebody please go open a door for my client? And they're right there with me, and vice versa. If they need that from me, I'm there, So if that's, the kind of same season you're in, that's what I would recommend, because I don't think I could do it on my own. That saying, it takes a village. And,
yes.
And that even comes true in real estate.
Yeah, it does. It takes a village. And I can't understand sometimes when people are just on their own in real estate. I'm like, it's not fun that way.
Yes, being able to bounce ideas off of each other and be like, hey, what, or vent, all those different things. And I'm sure you could do that with friends, but I just haven't been able to find that unless, just being on the team has been a real game changer for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. And it's not teams work for everyone, or a mentor works for everyone, or solo works for everyone. Every situation is so unique and different, but you definitely need to find those people to surround yourself with to make it to where it's not so stressful. And if you need a door open and you've got all these other things going, who is going to do that for you, right? So I think that's so important. So we love having you here.
Thank you.
I just want to know, is there any advice that you would give to other moms in real estate out there?
Oh, everybody's Instagram and Facebook is, filled with all the goods.
Yes.
But we all know that there are, the hard times. And so you cannot look at it, because I am guilty of it. Be like, how does she do that? That is not fair. I want to be there. I don't get, you can do that all day long. But, just like you brought up gratitude, you look around and you say, I've got everything right now. My kids are my everything. My husband's my everything. And I've got this great career where I can set my schedule. I can choose my clients. I can make this work for me. So just look around you and choose the positives, find what you're grateful for, and know that, sure, someday you can be, that other person you're seeing on social media, because chances are they're struggling in their own ways as well.
They all are.
Yes. So know your season.
Everybody.
Know your season.
Yes.
It'll come. And be grateful for the one you're in right now.
Yes, I love that advice. So thank you so much for being on. And if you guys are interested, I know we talk about this all the time, but do not forget November 4th and 5th in Chandler, Arizona. We have our Moms in Real Estate Flourish event, where there is going to be so many women flying into Phoenix. You guys, I can't even tell you how excited I am to meet these amazing moms in person. It's a 2-day event full of business speakers and real estate agent speakers. So it's going to be 2 days filled with knowledge. We're going to have happy hours. We're going to have just ways to connect with each other. So if you guys head over to our Instagram, Moms in Real Estate, you can see, you can purchase the tickets with the link in our bio, and I hope to see you guys there.
So exciting.
All right, bye.
Bye.